All right. So, Vidhi, we are live on Facebook through our Zoom platform. And I would like to thank you very much for joining me for this session and giving us an insight about Mandarin language and insight about who are you, our trainer at Learner's Classroom. And we are really, really glad that you have joined our platform and you have joined this session. So we would really love to know about you. We and our viewers, Vidhi, would love to know about you, who you are, who.
Okay, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Tanushri, first of all. Yeah, so I would just basically give a short introduction about myself first. So I am a Mandarin language trainer
Mhm.
and I am working into this field since past 3 or 3.5 years. And I have completed my HSK level 5 and currently I am pursuing Masters in China Studies.
Okay. So you have done your bachelor's in Chinese language, Mandarin
No,
language.
I haven't done my bachelor's, but I have done HSK certification, which is an international certification.
Okay. So you had to give exams, take
Yeah,
exams
I
for
have to
this.
give exams.
Okay. And do you prepare children for these exams as well?
Yeah, I do prepare for these exams as well.
Okay. So first of all, Vidhi, Mandarin is a very very important language. I think mostly for businessmen out there because most of us business people are doing business from China, from countries from China country, and we have to contact them and talk to them about each and everything that we are maybe importing from there or importing parts from there, or anything. It can be anything and everything. Even I in my previous career was associated with China. I used to get some raw materials for my company from China. So in fact, I myself have been there for I lived there for about 25 days, and it was really amazing to see how they work. And I will tell you a bit about China later in the session itself, but I would like to know that what got you into Mandarin language.
Yeah, so basically, first of all, like what you mentioned, people do learn for business purpose. Definitely, that's one very important or critical thing behind learning Mandarin. But apart from that, even people out of their hobby, they do learn Mandarin. Then even people are learning for business purposes, as you mentioned, as well as to get job into big MNCs, because
Yeah.
now rather than going into a business and doing business with China is one secondary thing, but if you have knowledge about this language you can basically work with an MNC, which would even give you many opportunities which you can even help further for your business as well if you are planning for doing business or anything like that. So apart from
Okay.
just a business with China, it has even helped people to gain immense knowledge behind this thing, which can help them for their business as well as for their job purposes as well.
Okay. So learning Mandarin gives us a lot of career opportunities as well.
Yeah, it gives you career opportunities as well as certain exposures as well, which people
Okay.
are
So
basically
apart
not.
from Okay. So apart from Mandarin language, do you prepare the students about Chinese culture as well, like how the people are there? And because why I'm asking you is this, because mostly people are learning Mandarin in India specifically so that they can get these career opportunities in MNCs and maybe think about starting their own business. So they would have to travel to China.
Hmm.
Yeah, for that they would have to go there, and maybe for their training and maybe for like establishing connections over there, making their own contacts. So yeah, do you tell your students about how the people in China are, what about their eating habits, about their culture and everything?
Yes, definitely. Because before joining the MA course as well, even I was not so aware about all these things. But as I got into this MA course, I learned that culture is also one very important aspect for people, which they should know. Because, like let's say if you're coming into India, so you're coming into a very different culture. So coming into a different
Yes.
culture and getting used to that becomes difficult. Apart from that, the Chinese people, for them even cultural is a very good, like a very important aspect if you are doing business with them. So yeah, definitely,
Mhm.
even that is one thing wherein after me gaining knowledge about it, I think even people should know about that. Rather you want to travel
Mhm.
to China, or you want to study in China, or let's say you want to do business with China.
Right. And there are many good universities in China as well for people who want to study abroad, maybe for their masters or even bachelors. There are pretty good universities in China, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And is there any criteria of, you have to know Mandarin if you want to apply for studies there?
No, it is not as such. Let's say if you are applying for a university, if you want to study, let's say masters into Chinese, then definitely there is one criteria. Or if you, let's say, if you want to do bachelors into Chinese, there is some criteria. But apart from that, let's say you want to do normal bachelors, or you want to just, start your Chinese language career itself from China, then there is no requirement as such.
Okay, all right. I see. So tell us about your experience with so many different kind of students you must have taught in the last 3 years, 3.5 years, and how has it been? Like, do the students find it easy to learn Mandarin, or how difficult it is? And can you tell us some funny moments from those learning journeys?
So I would just tell you, like, there are like one or two incidents like that. So first
Okay.
of all, when it comes to kids, definitely whatever you teach to kids, they would find it interesting unless and until you make that thing interesting.
Right.
For the kids, there is like I didn't face any issue as such till now. But when I was once I was teaching to one youngster, maybe you can say somewhere around 20 or 22 years old. So
Okay.
at that time, that person continued level 1, 2, and even continued till level 3. But after coming to level 3, it is basically like everyone feel difficult. A bit of difficulty increases after level 3, because
Right.
till level 1 and 2 you have like English and Chinese, both of it, so it is okay for you. But when you come to level 3, it is completely into characters, whether you are doing the textbook or you are appearing for the exam. So what
Okay.
happened, she did level 3, the person did level 3, and after that that person just disappeared without even telling me like the person wants to continue or not. And after that, whenever I used to keep on asking, like, are you practicing for level 3? How is it going on? So that
Yeah.
person used to tell me till date, she even tells me, yes, yes, I'm practicing still. And till now, you are not cleared level 3 exam as well. Because that kind of thing comes like you do level 1, you feel it is super easy. You
Yeah.
do level 2, it is still super easy. But when you come to level 3, it is a bit difficult. And out of that also, if you develop interest into this language apart from this, then it is definitely going to be easy for you.
Okay.
Like some people feel after level 3, it is quite difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, unless and until you have an interest into this language, it doesn't become as difficult. Because
Okay.
I would tell you, like what I have seen in any another languages, the grammatical formation is quite difficult. But when it comes to Chinese, let's say in Hindi,
Mm-hmm.
so 80% of your work is solved directly.
Okay.
80% of the things like the way we use it in Hindi, whatever, let's say the sentence formations or something. So 80% of your work is done. Only 20% rest wherein you have to remember the characters.
Okay.
So it is definitely a fun-loving language apart from any another language. And keeping this aside, I had one student wherein I taught him, and he was into like you can say maybe 62 or 65 years old. And
Mhm.
that was a very surprising thing for me that even this kind of people are learning just because they have interest into this language.
Right. Right. Yeah, in fact, I've heard this from many other language trainers that even senior citizens sometimes are very interested in learning a language. Like they have retired now and they are free, sitting at home, don't have anything to do. Specifically during the pandemic, last year, all the senior citizens they could not even meet others from their group, and they could not have their social life. So just to develop it as a hobby, they picked learning a language as an option, and they approached me as well. And I've heard from many other language trainers that they have had many senior citizen students during the pandemic year especially, they are learning a new language. They maybe they are telling the teachers that after the pandemic is over, after we get our vaccinations, we'll travel to this country because now we have learned the language.
Yeah, because like they are very much interested. Like I have seen, rather than we as teenagers or these people like being youngsters or the middle-aged people, they are more
Yeah,
interested into this language compared to them. As well as
exactly.
they find it very interesting, and their interest is something which is very different.
Yeah.
Still feel कि चलो ठीक है काम के लिए करना है, so we are learning from that purpose or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. But they are like they are looking forward to now traveling to that country because now they know the language and they realize that कि उनका जो travel plan होगा वो बहुत आसान हो जाएगा. वहाँ एक बार पहुंच जाएंगे, they'll not face any language barriers. They'll be able to enjoy a bit more than maybe their previous visits when they didn't know the language, where they maybe traveled in a group because they didn't know the language over there, the local language. So yeah, like learning a language is such an interesting thing that you can just learn it for developing a hobby, maybe career opportunities, maybe so many things are related with learning a language and improving your communication skills. That's absolutely right. So as you were telling me that level 1, level 2, level 3, if you know Hindi, then it is better to learn Mandarin.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
is
You
easier.
know, Vidhi, it is definitely easy. And second
Yeah.
thing, like, in English, let's say we have different words for every word. In
Mhm.
Chinese, it is not the case. One word would have multiple meanings.
Mhm.
Only the difference would be the pictographic thing. And yeah,
Okay.
definitely, whether it is a kid or a youngster or a teenager or let's say a business person or an aged person,
Yeah.
everyone, whether it comes like you have got an option, let's say you have to write and remember each and every word. And the second option is you just have to remember the pictures and learn from the pictures. So
Yeah.
definitely that is one thing which anyone would choose.
Yeah.
So it is something, it is definitely a fun language because you just have this pictographic thing, and that is definitely not going to be boring any day.
Right.
And apart from that as well, if you know Hindi, then 80% of your work is definitely solved.
Okay, right. Awesome. So you teach Mandarin both through English and Hindi as well,
Yeah,
right?
so English and Hindi both.
Yeah. And sometimes do you feel the need to first train the student in Hindi language before
Yeah,
training them in Mandarin?
basically, it is need as in when you see the basic of Chinese, okay? If I am teaching to Indian students, I feel going through Hindi becomes way easy compared to English.
Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Great. So tell me, Vidhi, your fun moments when you were learning Mandarin.
Oh, I would just tell you, it was not about a fun moment. You can say a very tragic thing that happened. So
Okay.
I completed my HSK level 1 from one institute. After
Mm-hmm.
that, from that institute's personal teacher, okay, who was teaching in that institute, I completed my HSK level 2. Then after like coming till HSK level 2, I never knew like there is something grammar kind of thing which is in Chinese. Okay,
Uh-huh.
because everyone over here, they teach grammar after level 3 only.
Okay.
I don't go accordingly. I teach grammar from level 1 only. So what
Okay.
happened, I'll tell you, when I completed HSK2, I didn't knew there is something which is called as grammar in Chinese as well. I was like, "Sir, pado and meaning samajh liya, your work is done. It is super easy." Okay. After
Okay.
that, I did HSK level 3 with her.
Mhm.
And it happened like after completing HSK 3, I went to give HSK 3 exam. And then when I saw the paper had that sentence formations and everything, and it was very different for me. I was like, "Ye kya aa gaya?" Because I was not aware about it. What is it? But somehow I wrote my exam. Then it was like obviously not so well. I wrote my exam. Then I went back to that teacher, and I came to know that teacher herself did knew HSK level 3, and she taught me HSK level 3 just कि खुद का रिवीजन हो जाएगा.
Oh, okay. So
It was like,
was she taking the exam along with you?
no, she wasn't taking the exam. She was just, preparing herself for JESK level 3. सिखा के कि चलो ठीक है मुझे आ रहा है तो even I'll give the exam after that. So after that, when I came to this thing, I definitely told her this is not how you work. After that, I cleared HSK level 3 from a native teacher. I had to clear all the bases from her. And after that, yeah, definitely I have been doing 4 successfully with a good teacher, and even 5 I have done with a good teacher.
Okay, great. So now you have all the experience of what can go wrong while learning the language and what can go right.
Yeah, this has helped me, to explore different aspects and get my base very clear out of that.
Right. That helps a lot. Actually, learning from different teachers, it helps a lot. It clears your basics and then teaches you new things. And every teacher, I believe, that have a their own way of teaching.
Hmm.
So, and it's really interesting how they teach and how they can add value to your learning journey.
Yes, definitely.
Right. So, when I was in China, I was mentioning this before in the starting, during the starting of the session. So, when I was in China, I learned a few things. I had to take a taxi from the house we were living in to the train
Hmm.
station.
Okay.
Okay, so I knew the way because I learned it. I was there for about 25 days and we were living very close by to the train station. So I learned the way 2 3 days back before I had to go, so that when I'm in the taxi, I'm not lost. So I had a translation manager over there with whom I was working, and I asked her like if I have to turn right or turn left, what do I say? Okay, because I already know the way, and I believe that if the taxi is going in the wrong direction, I can correct him
Hmm.
like you don't have to take a left from here, you have to take a right. So
Okay.
she just told me that okay, you can say quite zo and quite you.
Hmm.
Am I right?
No, you is not basically used for right, but yo, it's not you. I guess maybe you heard something different because it was new
Yeah,
language for
it
you.
was long time back actually. It was in
You
2000, I think 14 or 15 I
can
went.
Yeah, it was yo and not you. And zo is perfectly correct. That zo means left and yo means right.
Yo, yeah, maybe not you, yo.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, her my manager's name was Amy Liang Hui, something, Hui.
Yeah,
So
that is spelled as way.
Hui, yeah, exactly. So if I pronounced it Hui, then she would get mad because maybe Hui means something else and Hui means something else.
Yeah, because
And
Mandarin it happens like, if you say some another pronunciation or something, the meaning itself becomes very different.
exactly. So then that day she told me when I pronounced it Hui instead of Hui, she told me that you can't get be wrong with the sound of these words because a same spelling word has about 4 to 5 sounds, she said.
Yeah,
So she was like, you can't get wrong. No, Tanu, no, you can't get wrong with the pronunciation. It was really challenging, it was really, really fun and challenging for me to be there for those 25 days. I really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the food. I'm a huge foodie person. So I enjoyed myself really. My father before me went there and he struggled there with food because he didn't like the
yeah,
flavors in Chinese food. But I loved it. I loved every part of my trip and I learned a lot. Like I would go at shops at our customers' place and I would ask for soy water. So, they, as soon as I asked soy, then they would think that, okay, she knows Chinese, she knows the language, then they would start interacting with me. Then the manager would say like, no, she only knows 3 words. Don't worry. But yeah, it was really challenging but a lot of fun, my
that's
trip
great.
there. Yeah. So can you tell me a few of these words which have different pronunciations, different sounds, and are funny?
Okay, so I would tell you like a word. Okay, let's say
Yeah.
we consider the word which you told for water. First of all, it's not sui, it's shui. Okay.
Shui, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know what happens? Let's say in English we have just let's say if I'm saying you a word which is number, or we remember number is different, date is different. But in Chinese, as that number and date both have a same word. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So both have a same word. Only the difference comes is into character. And as what she told you, like 4 5 different ways of speaking, she means
Mm-hmm.
all your 4 5 different tones. Okay.
Yeah,
Say so one is a normal flat tone, the second
yeah,
one goes like rising tone, the third
right,
one is a swing tone, fourth
right,
falling tone, and fifth is just normal and neutral tone. Okay,
right.
so let's say if we consider a spelling which is MA,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so if I say ma, okay, ma with a flat tone, it becomes mom. Okay,
Okay,
a simple. The ma with a flat tone becomes mother. When I'm
okay,
saying ma with a rising tone, it becomes flax seeds.
okay.
Yeah, when I say ma with a swing tone, it becomes horse.
This becomes what?
Horse. Animal horse.
Oh, horse. Okay,
Yeah, when I'm saying ma with a falling tone, it becomes, to scold someone.
okay,
Maha with a neutral tone, no tone mark, is a question particle. This is
okay.
how it goes. Like a word with every tone mark has different meanings as well.
Right, right,
Can happen like a word with same tone mark can have two different meanings. But how
right.
can you differentiate depending on the character and the context of the sentence?
Correct, correct. Like in English also, we have so many words,
Yeah.
even with different spellings, pronunciation is the same. But in the context, what we are speaking, the other person can understand the meanings of those words. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. So over here, at least the tone is different.
Yeah, different tone marks and characters as well.
Yeah, because English is also, I think, same confusing language, and my students struggle a lot because कई words हैं जो same pronunciation है but maybe spellings are different, or
Yeah.
even spellings are also same and different meanings and pronunciations are same, like with the word show. So show, it means a picture also, it means a cinema also, it means dikhao also. So
Hmm.
it means so many things, just a single word show. So yeah, बहुत चीजें होती हैं जहाँ पे students बहुत struggle करते हैं, but it's really fun to teach them these things as well. Right,
It even
awesome.
helps you improve your creative thinking skill as well.
Oh,
Whether it's
absolutely.
an English language or the Chinese language.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The creativity from here has gone here since I've become a teacher. You know?
But one thing happens, whichever people like I have seen even my thing as well if I'm learning Chinese,
Yeah,
it's definitely थोड़ा ऐसे becomes very difficult for you. मतलब आप कभी कभी गलत भी बोल देते हो.
right.
But this is how you learn, okay? Like for learning something,
Okay.
let's say if you are learning, if you, as you told, you have been to China, you must have seen even their English is, very tuta futa. Just because
Right, right,
Chinese formations are made in this way. Yeah. So you
right,
have to be
right.
very careful अपना English ना खराब हो जाए Chinese के चक्कर में.
हाँ, हाँ, वही एग्जैक्टली मेरे पापा का खराब हो चुका है बिकॉज ही
Yeah,
डील्स विद सो मेनी
definitely.
he has so many contacts in China. He deals with them on daily basis, or like they have a thing. Like my manager Amy, her name is. She always says if she doesn't like something, she always said, "Oh, no good." So my father has gotten into this habit. Oh, no, no good.
No, because this Chinese people when you say no, okay, negation, okay,
Yeah,
negation is always coming पहले.
हाँ
When I
इसीलिए
told हिंदी जैसे है, हिंदी में भी negation पहले आता है.
नहीं जाना.
नहीं अच्छा लगा, नहीं जाना. So that is how it goes, same.
Yeah, exactly. मेरे father की तो ऐसे हो गया. We make a lot of fun of him. कि पापा no good. You should not say it like that. Especially in front of me. I teach my students English. मेरी English मत खराब करो. मेरे students कहाँ जाएंगे? You know.
No, it,
But yeah.
time when
So
again
with
it becomes good.
yeah, it's fun, but it's really really fun how different languages are and how they translate. इसीलिए हम Indians भी तो struggle करते ही है ना कहीं, like we translate Hindi to English. तो इसलिए हमारी भी स्ट्रगल हो ही जाती है. लाइक एक्सेंट इज अनदर थिंग, वो तो चलो हर एक में ही आ जाता है, यूरोप में से हो कोई या इंडिया से हो. बट ट्रांसलेशंस में वहीं पे हम गलती कर जाते हैं. वी ट्रांसलेट इट थ्रू हिंदी और वही गलती हो जाती है. तो या यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. So with the last question for the day for our audience, for our new students, what are the courses that you offer for them?
So I first of all I do offer HSK level 1 to 5. Okay, then even I do offer BCT, which is business Chinese, is specifically just for business people. Okay, and apart from this, let's say if you want to do, like, you want to learn a personalized course, you want to do a personalized course, आपकी कुछ requirement है कि आपको सिर्फ speaking ही सीखना है, या you just want, you know, a
Hmm.
mixture of business Chinese and HSK Chinese, then definitely that is also what I offer, depending on your, you know, what is your requirement as well, a personalized course as well.
Okay, right, great. So you can just tell the students how to speak Chinese and not read and write, because हाँ जब business
Yeah,
trips
if
पे
the
जाते हैं तो
coming
yeah, right, you don't need
who
the
are business people. So major
yeah,
business people don't have much interest into reading or writing. They have more
right.
into speaking.
Right, correct. Awesome. So great. And your courses, you have already told us, like the Learners Classroom platform, and it will be live on our website soon. Though they are live on our social media channels, you are absolutely live there. And we are, in fact, today itself, we posted about how the script works. Actually, you can go to our
Oh,
Instagram page and it actually, check on the post that if it is right or not.
oh my God, I didn't knew like there is an Instagram page also which you have made.
No, we are there on various social media channels, and we are promoting you over there: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google My Business, and now we are going to be on Pinterest as well. But your profile will soon be live on our website as well, so the students can book a demo session with you through the website, and you will get to know about it, and you can take the session and schedule your classes and so on.
Sure, sure.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Vidhi, for joining. Any last notes you would like to mention to the audience?
Nothing as such, but yeah, I would just mention if you have interest into learning Chinese, or let's say you want to, you know, learn Chinese out of your interest of a business purpose or anything. Yeah, I would definitely recommend you to learn Chinese, because I don't know about any another language, but definitely Chinese is a very fun-loving language. It's not just my
Awesome.
personal, you know, perspective, but yeah, what people have, like who have learned Chinese in earlier, or who are learning Chinese, all of them feel the same. Like 90%. I don't know about the rest 10%.
Awesome. All right. It was a great session, Vidhi. Thank you so much for your insights,
Much
for about telling us about who you are, what your experience is, and what are the courses you offer. And thank you so much. If there are any questions that I will get through this live session, I will get back to you so that I can reply to those
so,
questions so that I can answer them. All right. Thank you so
thank
much,
you
Vidhi.
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you so
Thank you. Have a
much.
nice day.
Yeah, same to you. Bye bye.
Bye.